Well, hello folks, welcome to another first look video on the channel. I am the Custard Prophet, and today we are going to be looking at a game which has been out a little while, and it was one of the first games that I was actually going to do in this first look series. It just never happened. So we're going to look at Farm Manager 21, which was released in May 2021 from the developers Cleversan Games, from the ever reliable Playway SA publishers who do so many of the best known simulation games. So yeah, this is a interesting game because it is part of a series. So there was Farm Manager, I think 2016 or 2018, I think. We got Farm Manager 2021 and then Farm Manager World, which is the most recent release. You can see that on the right there, but we're looking at 2021 because I picked this one up a little while ago and is well worth a little look at. There are DLCs available which we haven't got, so floriculture, agro-tourism, and then a free brewing and wine making DLC. So the devs are still active on this, so it's really, if you enjoy the farming simulator game series, you think, well, they haven't got space for another type of farming game. This is so different, but it's also really well done. So let's go and have a look. We're just going to do some of the tutorial so you can get an idea of what this game's like. But yeah, let me know if you've played this. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how it compares, do you think, to other farming type games. And first of all, let's have a look what they say about this on Steam. So Farm Manager 2021 is an indie game that lets you relax and immerse yourself in farm management, a casual but grounded builder game that combines management, farm maintenance in one package. Grow and expand your farm into a thriving estate, or enjoy it as a delightful escape from everyday life. And that is really what this is. It is for a game which looks a little bit more like a mobile game. It's not going to have the beautiful graphics that this kind of picture here is promising and that Farming Simulator game series has, but it's got so much depth to it. Let's dive in, let's do the tutorial. So the tutorial's got quite a bit of depth to it and it's quite long, but you can see we can go in and out, we can click on things to see what's going on. There's a variety of different things that we own, and we've got this kind of world out here that is ours, but then we've got the opportunity to expand later on. So nice to meet you, I'm Anna. In this tutorial I'll help you learn the basics of running a farm. As the general manager, you will have many responsibilities, but I'll explain everything step by step. First, let me show you around this test farm. Let's start with the owner's house. Now click on the building to view the information about it. So we've got information in there. We can see on the right the farm owner's house, see what we've got in there, see what machines we've got. You can see in the front we've got a couple of parking spaces and a dodgy old tractor there. So we'll need to expand what we've got. We've only got a tractor and a plough at this point. So there's a tractor and a plough, and there we can use those, but we can buy a whole range of different equipment. Okay, let's move to the staff building. So first task is to hire 7 additional people. So let's hire. So we know who we've got to hire here. It's telling us. And before we get that, we'll just look what we get, information we get. So we know animals. This guy's an animal worker. This is his wage, and weekly and monthly, or hourly and monthly wage. So they've all got different skills. Right, assign jobs. So click on the shed and assign an employee. So we need to assign an employee here. So we want this person to be someone who can deal with manufacturing. Why would we have him? Wouldn't we? Well, planting, beekeeping. These are all beekeepers. Endurance. So I guess maybe it makes sense to buy livestock. Time to buy livestock. Buy 5 goats. So I'm going to buy some goats here. See, it makes it really easy. So 5 of them. We're going to order those, successfully order. It will take a while for the supplier to deliver them. So you can see there's a little menu there. What's going on here? Who are you? So this is our little paddock. And we've also got a barn over here. This was apparently a small shed. It looks rather large to me, where we can store stuff. In a moment we will be able to build things, but I'll come back once our goats arrive. Well, here they are. So they just pop in there. This, animation wise, we don't have a huge amount of information what's going on, but we can see our goats in there. We've got 5 goats. Here's a list of the products for feeding the goats. We absolutely need to diversify their nutrition, so we need to have more than one thing. So we need grass and silage, which I think we have in stock. Now all you have to do is go to the market panel and buy some of these products. First buy 100 grass and then 105 silage. So the market panel is down here. It's so easy, isn't it? So we want 100 grass, so that's good. Did I actually buy that? And then 105 silage. There we go. Good job. It's obvious that growing your own grass is cheaper. That's why we should sow it. Create a 32 by 32 meter field. Okay, so how do we do that? It's raining. So here we go. We're going to, so this is how we plant out. So we've got a field here. So we're going to first of all put this in. Now click on the field and select the crop. So we want grass, don't we? Which is here. The crop has been selected. Now go to the field manager. Here you will find out what equipment you can use. Check the condition of the field and the type of work. This is a really nice little thing here, the field manager. So it shows you where in the life cycle it is. So here we go. Oh, this is the field manager. So allow manual work by employees and tractor. So as soon as the purchased seeds are delivered, the workers will sow the field by harvesting machines as the grass grows quite quickly. Unfortunately, we will no longer have free parking spaces for machines, so let's build parking first. Every building has to be connected to the power grid and the main road. Construct an electric transformer next to the building and use electric poles to connect the transformer to the power lines. Okay, that's straightforward. So we've got a bit of parking here. We're going to put that here. We don't need to do anything about that, but we need some electrical transformer, which we're going to put here. And there we go. So we've got parking there. It's already at the, go to the machinery market and then buy a mower, cultivator, windrower, fertilizer spreader and self-loading trailer, and then put them in the parking lot. So we want to get, right, mower. There we go. Cultivator is next up. Windrower. You can see the tractor's just been doing self-loading trailer. By that, I don't think we can turn it around. It doesn't really matter. What else do we need to buy? Fertilizer spreader, I think. Cultivator. Buy that. And fertilizer spreader. Buy that. Now, instead of working manually, the workers will use the available equipment. A fire's broken out. No, with the goats. Call the firefighters quickly. How do we call the firefighters? The one thing they've done here is made it right. Okay. How do we call call the fire department? There we go. Have we got goats in there? God, poor goats. So you can see here we've got, whilst the fire's happening, we've got our crop. We can see we've got the seeds in already. We're cultivation in progress here, so that's good. And you can see they're doing that, so that's fine. That's all going to be done automatically. So I'll just work through these. Are surprisingly fire resistant goats. They really are. Right, so so we're doing all right here. Doing all right. We've got a good bit of farming equipment. We've got our new field. So build a house for seasonal workers, and then you'll need them to sow the grass. So we need it to be the other way around. Click left to rotate. There we go. So we'll let that build. Again, it's really, really quick, and that's another thing that's really nice and perhaps very different to many of these other games. So we've cultivated the field. Next thing up, we will... our tractor is... What's he going to be up to now? What's next up? Oh, we're waiting for the delivery of chemical fertilizer. Are we? Did I actually place that order? I can't recall that, but determine the employment period from now until October. If you want to find an employment quickly, offer them a good wage plus 25%. How many employees apply for work depend on these conditions. So how do we? This is how we do that. So we want to change the employment period from now until October, end of October. There we go. What's the date now? 4th. There we go. And we want be plus 25%. Let's move on to finances. In this window, you can see entire history of your expenses. Where is that? Okay. So we've been busy buying stuff. Goats and milk are not enough to develop the business. You should invest in a cow and sheep farm, milking processing plant. You will then be able to make cheese and other products. Start by producing silage, which will add extra variety to your animal feeds. Produce 100 silage. So that's what we're, I think, going to be doing here. So we are going to be fertilizing the field to get some grass, and then we'll create the silage. Oh, we've hired all these staff. Really? Do we really need this number of staff? And we've got one field and some goats. Right. So we're gonna have to wait for this to produce. Right. They've all gone to get seed. So I mean, they're doing the planting by hand, which is not the most effective way. So here we're going to have silage production here. There we go. I think I was supposed to do that. So we're going to have to wait. Produce that. We've not got any grass yet, so we've not lost any time. But you can see these guys here. What are they up to? This is Alfie Davis. He is going to be working on the fields. You can see them throwing seed. And there we go. There's our storage for silage, which is very nice. Change production, choose, and then assign Arthur Jackson. There we go. So Arthur's going to help us produce some silage. You can see these guys are all over the fields. We're going to zoom on a little bit and see how things go. Well, they've finished, and we've got instant grass. I mean, it doesn't look great, does it? The grass, but I'm not sure. Oh, so we can harvest the grass immediately, can we? That's interesting. So is our field worker going to go? Not sure. We've already got a little bit of grass. I'm not quite sure where we got that from, but I've seen people throwing stuff in here. And this is ready to harvest. So here we come. Here's the tractor. Bring in the mower. Then we'll do a bit of windrowing, and then we've got to collect it up in the van there. So let's see how this works. So here he is. Dr. Mo. But it's not. It's good, isn't it? I mean, the detail level of this is not just, as many of these things are. You grow grass, you cultivate it. Sorry, you grow grass, you mow it, and that's it. You've got all the steps in between. All the steps you think you'd have are here, and that's what I really like about this game. It's so detailed. So it's got all the stuff that the FS game series have, but without the sort of incredible concentration and perseverance you have to mow a field for half an hour of real time, because it's absolutely massive. That's the thing with Farming Simulator. It looks an amazing game, and the problem I have with it is just takes so much time out of your day, but it's so cool. This does the other. It's not as beautiful, but it definitely is something that what are they doing out here? It's definitely worth looking at if this is your thing. So what are they up to? Not sure what they're up to, but they might just be collecting the grass as is, and then we'll soon be able to take all of that. So for those who don't know, the windrower basically puts it into rows, and then you've got which is this. I think it's this thing here. So it puts it into rows, so it's easy to collect the grass in something like this. So there we go, and back he comes. So we've cultivated that. Next thing that we're doing, I think, will be to windrow it. And so what they're doing is they are collecting silage. But he's done, is he? So what are these guys doing? So is that all the way we're going to do it? That feels a bit of a weird way to do it, but we're almost there. Your employees get tired when working. Take a look at your green energy bar just below the employee's portrait. Okay. Where? Oh, there. Arthur Jackson. A tired employee will stop and go for rest. That's fine. The food is being produced by build a cow shed and by 4 cows. Build a sheep shed and by 5 sheep. You can supervise production efficiency from the animal manager. So let's build. Oh, they want it over here, do they? There we go. Food is being, so build a cow shed. Was that the cow shed? I can't actually remember. Was that the sheep shed? We'll see that. We'll have a look in a second. So they're doing a good job of clearing all this up rather quickly. So why did we bother with the windrower? It's very strange. I think this is where we are with the tutorial, so we're quite a way through now, actually. So this is a small cow shed, and we need to buy 4 cows. There we go. I think we have to stay on track, so I think it just wants us to wait. I mean, we can assign someone here. There we go. We've got someone to supervise, so you can see actually it's stepping back a little bit with the tutorial now. So we'll just wait for everything to get here. These guys are still working on the fields. We've got loads of silage now starting to come in. We can use that in our in here. So yeah, we've got silage collect, and we have got silage that we can use, so that's really positive. So we should be having our cows. Here are our cows here. Oh, look at these guys. Right, let's just get building that other one. They want it right next door. There we go. we'll let that build. So what's this saying? We've got a problem here with something. Yeah, I think we choose the same foods because we desperately want them to have silage for sure. So you're taking that. What are you doing with that, mate? Okay, so you're collecting things up. So you haven't done the windrowing. You're just going to collect it up with there. Why did you do? Why did you just let them do it by hand? It's just weird. Right, let's have a look at this graphic. Here he goes. Collecting it all up. Looks like there's a load of... I'm not sure what all this stuff is. Right. So I'm going to buy... Was it 5 sheep? There we go. And we'll let them arrive. We'll assign Darcy Morgan there. Nice. We're doing well. We've almost got all this this stuff picked up. Something just popped up then. I didn't hear what that was. Right, we'll let the sheep arrive. I can't seem to click out of this anyway, so they can all go in there. You're running out of storage space. You'll need to build a bigger warehouse to store milk and cheese. Okay, we can do that. We're going to put it down there, are we? Lunatic. Looking forward to your first cheese. Build a milk processing plant and produce 345 yellow cow cheese. Milk processing plant. Bloody hell, that's massive. There we go. Right. We'll give them those 2 things to eat. So I think that's growing again. So that's fine. We've got all of our grass, which is changing into silage. There, you can see that happening. So that's excellent. What's this? I don't know what that is. Was that some? I thought that was a pig on the roof. Right, we'll go forward a little bit, and I'll see you in a second once we're a little bit further on in terms of the milk processing side of things. So we're just going to buy some crops here because that's what we set as the food for these guys. So we'll get that coming. That will be in our stores then. So we've got our new... I think we're going to assign some workers. So we hire someone else, we'll hire them. We need to change production. Right, what do we need to do? We need to change production to cheese. Oh, look at that cheese. There we go. Production works, time to sell. Go to the market window. So sell goat's milk in the market. Okay. We've got a lot of goat's milk there. Let's sell that. We could use a more effective way of transporting milk between the warehouse and the milk processing plant. Build a logistics building. This will speed up transport. There we go. We'll let that happen. And then we can send things between one and the other. You can see we're almost there for the tutorial, folks. And then we would be able to get going. They're spraying in the field, getting rid of all the weeds. And then I guess we would be able to go again. Oh, your animals can get sick. You should build a vet's clinic. Okay. We'll do that as well. I mean, You obviously wouldn't be able to afford to do this most of the time. You need to earn some money. So sell some of your products and increase your budget by $1,000. Well, how easy is that to do? Where is our money? Where is our money? That's the one thing I'm not 100% sure about. Is that this up on the left side? Current account. Oh yeah, it is. So we just need to make $1,000. So you need to sell some of your products and increase the budget by $1,000. So let's see what we can do there. So I think we got some cheese and stuff. Let's go to the market and see what we can do. Sell. We can sell 356 worth of stuff there. Fruits and vegetable products. Where's our cheese gone? I don't know where our cheese is. What are you doing with the cheese, mate? See, well, let's wait for this to happen, because I reckon we get 115 of these cheeses. So we'll just see. We'll speed that up. Right. So we've got milk coming in. So you've got this constant flow between all the buildings, which is rather cool. I love these kind of production chains. Things going very, very nicely. So we're selling the milk. So we've got, again, we're lacking milk, and then the milk will come in. There we go. Make more cheese, or make some cheese. I'm just a bit concerned that you have to make all the cheese at once. That feels a little bit weird. So come on, let's do this. Right, there we go. We've got 115 cheeses now. We'll slow things down. Let's try and sell those at market. We can sell those for a vast quantity amount. $2,000. Yeah, let's sell that. Okay, this is the end of the tutorial. I hope it helped a little. You did really great. Congratulations. So that is the tutorial. That is Farm Manager 2021. As you can see, actually the tutorial makes it very, very easy. It would be nice if they kind of sat back a little bit more towards the end, so you get to do a little bit of the stuff yourself rather than babysitting your way through it. But as you can see, there's such an array of stuff that you can do. It all kind of links together really nicely. I think the one issue I had when I played it a little while ago was that sometimes it was hard to know where the issue was. When the production chain wasn't working, it was hard to know kind of how to fix it. But I think with a little bit of experience, that doesn't have a problem. So I really, really enjoyed this when I played it last time. I've really enjoyed it when I've come back to it here. And it's a really quick and easy little farm sim game, which is not what you can say about Farming Simulator, the FS series. They're not quick and easy. They take a lot of time. They're beautiful. They're amazingly detailed. But this one, if you do want to do the farming stuff but do it quickly, this is absolutely the game to buy. I would massively recommend it. Let me know if you have played Farm Manager World. I'd love to know how that differs from this. Maybe that's something we can look at in the future. But if you did enjoy this little video, then please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.